The banner headline at the top of today's print edition of the New York Times: election officials nationwide find no fraud. The New York Times called election officials in every single state. What did they find? No evidence of voter fraud. Rather, quote, top election officials across the country said in interviews and statements that the process had been remarkably successful despite record turnout and the complications of a dangerous pandemic. The New York Times was joined by the Associated Press, whose journalists spread out across the country and came to the same conclusion. Their headline, quote, states cite smooth election despite Trump's baseless claims. Now, election experts told the Associated Press that the increase in early voting, with 107 million people voting early, in person, and by mail, helped take pressure off Election Day operations. The AP also noted that there were no incidents of violence at the polls or voter intimidation. Quote, the 2020 general election was one of the smoothest and most well-run elections that we have ever seen. And that is remarkable considering all the challenges. And that was said, by the way, by a Trump-appointed Democrat on the Election Assistance Commission. And if you stop to think about it for a minute, it is remarkable that this election went so smoothly in the middle of a raging, out-of-control pandemic and amid constant haranguing from the president about a rigged result. Also, amid the ever-present and worrying specter of foreign interference. Also considering the record-shattering turnout that we saw in this election. 152 million voters and counting. There's a reason for that. The legions of election workers from coast to coast who worked on the polls and for early voting tabulated the ballots under the constant watchful glare of the entire world. Young, old, from every walk of life. Rather than being accused of engaging in some massive vote-rigging conspiracy, they should be lauded as the true heroes of democracy that they are. Nobody thanks the poll workers. We owe these election workers an enormous debt of gratitude for making the impossible possible and putting up with the nonsense that they're listening to now. As one election official in Madison, Wisconsin said, many of these volunteer workers made all the difference.
The other major benefit was the army of poll workers at their disposal to count a record number of absentee ballots.
That was a key difference for us on Election Day. If we didn't have as many election officials and we didn't have as much space as we did, it would have been a really late night.
So if you are an election worker yourself, or you know someone who is, or answered your state's call for volunteers during this extraordinary time, thank you.